that my father has passed away, and I was very shocked. But I think more than anything, I was disappointed. More than anything, to God. You know when you trust God to a point that you know He's not gonna disappoint you, and then this happens. I was so disappointed in God, guys. And I was like, how can you just forsake? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ntonto Mtandeki, known as Ntombozuko. And if it's your first time subscribing, I just want to say thumbs up. And if it's your first time on this channel, I just want to say I heart you, I love you, and thank you, and welcome to the family. And for those who have been commenting, subscribing, sharing with your friends, family, aunties, grannies, thank you very much, guys. So the topic for today is how to deal with losing a loved one. So this topic is more of an emotional one, but something that I can also relate to. But I was like, maybe I should share about also my journey, and it might help someone who is going through maybe a similar thing or the same thing. So in December 2017, on the 19th, my father passed away. So I was at work, so my mother sends me a message saying that please do come back, please do come home. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And then when I get home, there's like my uncles, like the whole family was like, oh my gosh, it's going down. And then my uncles tell me that my father has passed away, and I was very shocked. But I think more than anything, I was disappointed. More than anything, to God. You know when you trust God to a point that you know He's not gonna disappoint you, and then this happens. I was so disappointed in God, guys. And I was like, how can you just forsake me? Are you saying in your book, Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5, I'll never leave you nor forsake you? But how could you do this? I was so broken, guys. And I broke, and the funeral happened on the 30th of December 2017. And now back to reality. I think one thing people don't understand is yes, it's painful. You lost your loved one and stuff. You cry about it, the funeral happens, but the journey begins after the funeral. After everyone has gone, everything. And then I had sleeping issues. I could not sleep, and I had heart palpitations. And it became an issue because even if I'm at work, I couldn't cope, I remember telling my manager, saying, I just can't do this, to a point that I really wanted to resign at work. And I just couldn't do it. And I would just cry and cry at night and just ask God about, how could you do this? And I think what disappointed me the most is the effort, guys, I was doing. I would take my father, okay, for those who don't understand, my father had stroke number 3. But the issue is he was in a wheelchair. But when I started helping him, taking him to psychologists, to change how he eat, go up and down, he was out of the wheelchair. He was able to walk and do things for himself. And I remember telling him is that you are going to be a testimony to other people that that God is so good and He's the healer of all things. And prayed with him. Guys, I believed. And that really just broke my heart, and I just could not deal with reality and with all the drama after the funeral. And when you pretend to people like you're okay because now life has to go on. That's what I was doing. And then I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then I was just started hibernating. I would go to church and no one would see me, and I would just sit alone, Kuse guys, like a good 2 to 3 days would go on and I would not sleep. This part would be so painful to a point that I went to the doctor, and my doctor just asked me what's wrong, because I'm gonna give you pills and stuff, but still you will not be okay until you tell me what's going on and talk to someone. So I was booked a psychologist. I didn't even pay for it, guys. I went to a psychologist for a good month. But one thing I've learned from that is, if you're going through a similar situation, talking does help. It goes a long way. You can talk with your friend, boyfriend, family member, whatsoever. It doesn't have to be a psychologist, but talking every day. The second person doesn't have to say anything. They just need to be there and listen to you, and you cry it all out. And that really helped me a lot. And then I got sleeping pills trying to help me, and then I tried to stop them. So I like declare being myself and be able to sleep on my own. So basically I was on sleeping pills like for a good month, and like you go to church, like people don't know what's going on, and then you put all this makeup ingat alright, and you know, people would just say mean stuff. Like people can be so mean, guys, like, oh big, like you are so thin. And one thing I've learned is that never say such things to people, or okay, but like, because you don't know why they are like that. People are like, you're so thin, don't know, like, and you're like, you are defeated, but you can't say anything. And like, they don't know the battle that you are fighting. Go to church, and guys, like, church would be from like in the morning until late, and I would not stay. Like, I would not survive. I was like, please guys, I'm out. I would actually run crying from church. There was this other time I was crying so hard, like some of the mothers at church were like asking what's wrong, and the church prayed and stuff, and the pain was just there. Like, guys, it was just there, and I prayed to God. Like, I just had a session with God, and I asked him why. And I asked him why, like, why did this happen? Like, when will this pain go away? And I just wanted to resign and just go, guys, and just be on my own and stuff. But the reason why I did this video is that maybe there's someone going through a similar situation, and today I'm here to remind you that if you have a parent, you have a loved one, someone who is there for you 24/7, be thankful for that person, pamper them, love them while they're still alive. Because one thing I learned is that tomorrow is not promised. And I think what breaks my heart more is that I never got the chance to say goodbye, like, properly. Or I'm even thinking, how was it before he passed away? Because on his deathbed, there were my pictures, my baby pictures. And I'm thinking, maybe was I the last thought? Or what was he going through and stuff? I think that what hurts me the most. So if you still have your parents and stuff, like people are very close to you, pamper them and love them, spoil them, spend time with them. Because tomorrow is really not promised, and that really hit me. And then life went on, and I remember I had heart issues because of the whole traumatic thing, and the doctor told me I need to start going to gym. So I started going to gym, I started eating, and I also had an issue that I could not eat, yabo. And Sipo, it would force me to eat, and I started eating again. And like, people, like, as much as people say, oh, big and stuff, and I started gaining again, started being happy, and I understood that, okay, God did not do anything and stuff, and stop blaming God and apologize. And I prayed, and I was so thankful, but I was praying for healing more than anything. Whenever I felt like I can't do it anymore, I'll speak to my friends, my loved ones, people who are very close to me, and they were very supportive, guys, very supportive. And I remember this other time I broke down at church, and one of the mothers took me to the house and asked what's going on. And then I told her that I'm just not coping. That's one thing people don't understand. Sometimes you can't cope. And especially when you just don't know what to do or how to deal with the pain. And then I told her I'm on pills and stuff. The only way I can sleep is to sleep with sleeping pills and stuff. And then she talked with me, and she was a mother to me. And I must say, firstly, how to deal with loss is having people who are there for you 24/7, who are checking up on you, who are calling you, who are praying with you. It really makes a big difference, guys. Like, it makes a huge difference. People, even if it's once in a while, how are you doing, how are you holding up, they check up, they buy you food, whatsoever. It really does a huge difference. And number 2 is that you need to start going back to the gym, interacting with others, talk about your pain, talk about what you went through, because your loss, your story, and what you went through could be a healing to someone else. So talking about it helps. You don't have to go to a psychologist. It really does make a big difference. And one thing that I love, another thing, the third one, appreciate your loved ones while they are still alive, because once they dead, guys, like, they are dead. And if you have things like you want to surprise them, do it, guys, while they are still alive, so they could know. And a year went on, and I started gaining weight. And do things that you love, that they're gonna make you happy, so you don't think about the person that you've lost and stuff. Yes, it would come back now and then, but I'm off the sleeping pills. I don't go to a psychologist anymore. I speak about it. I'm more confident to speak about it to people. And then one thing I also learned is that I'll forever cherish the like how my father, how, like, the lessons that I got from my father, like, all that sadness, you need to channel it into happy moments and think about what your parents have taught you, if not your parents, that loved one that you lost, and be grateful for all those lessons, because some people lose their parents while they're still very young, like at age 5, but at least I got the opportunity to have my father until I was like 24 years old. I'm forever grateful with that. But okay, here's one thing I'm going to say, is that sometimes losing a loved one is really not nice, but one thing that I've learned is that talking helps, support helps, and channeling all that sadness into, and remember the good memories you had with the person, and be very grateful with that. And don't block the people who are trying to be your mother, your father, people who want to play that role. Don't block them out, but love them as well. And you're like, yo, guys, one thing that really is just speaking about my father, and I kept on healing and healing and healing. And in all things, pray about it. Ask for forgiveness. Like, one thing I did, I asked for forgiveness, kunkulunkulu, for blaming God about what happened. I realized it was not him, and pray for healing, guys. It does wonders. I used to pray, I used to fast. I even asked my friends to help me. And there was a verse in the Bible, which is Job chapter 8 verse 21. He says, he will yet fill your mouth with laughing and your lips with rejoicing. And one thing I have learned, and I'm sure people have seen, that I'm much more happier now. The Lord has filled my mouth with laughter, and I am rejoicing, and I'm saying, and one thing that I've learned from what happened is that there's nothing wrong helping another individual, but they'll forever cherish it for what you do, and always do good to others, because at the end of the day, tomorrow is not promised. Learn to love them, especially when people have lost people. They just want love, they want support. And guys, that's the only thing. Those are the only remedies I'm going to give you. And open up. Don't hibernate like the way that I did, but eventually I did open up to people. And guys, I don't know why. I don't want to say I don't know why, but it just came to me during the week that share your story on YouTube. It might heal someone that who went through something similar or the same. Actually, everyone has lost someone close, but we just deal with it, or some people just don't deal with it, you know. There might be someone, or the person that is listening to you might have gone through this. I'm here to remind you that it is time to heal. It is time to forgive. It is time to love. It is time to embrace all the memories into a beautiful thing, and be grateful for the ones that you love, because at the end of the day, tomorrow is not promised. But thank you for watching, and I hope you will have a blessed weekend. I know I will. And be thankful for the ones that you love while they are still alive, because tomorrow is not promised.